We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started, and off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A play fake. Now Penix.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's Penix.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And looking to throw, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Able to complete this one to McLeod. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
That is caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. The rookie from Washington putting it right where he needs to. He's got his guys a first down. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
In motion goes the tight end.
A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
In motion goes McLeod. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Looking to throw, Penix.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Okay, ready?
Daniels looking to throw.
Flush to his right. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
To the air goes Daniels.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
70 range. Step. Ready. 7 Pirates.
Now Daniels.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. He'll get this to Eckler. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Zach Ertz, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
To the air, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll throw with Penix.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. In motion, the tight end.
Penix to the air once more. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Penix.
And that'll be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ray McCloud as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Trap 60. 2. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Slings this deep for McLaurin.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Daniel's going to throw for it.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Penix.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
This from 42 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 46-yard. We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will start this drive with Ford. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Again, they turn to Ford. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Corey Bajorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Throwing Nix. This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's Nix. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie.
7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Nix to the air. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw, Watson.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. We're scoreless after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Now Watson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now it's Watson. This is caught.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there,
but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
This is it.
Ford is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now it's Nix.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw is Nix.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Here's Nix once more.
Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Williams. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Here's Watson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Watson.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Second and a couple.
Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Watson going to change the look here.
Again, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Deshaun Watson on target to David Njoku. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. And now they'll shift things around.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
On the sneak, it's Nix.
And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
They'll look to run for him with Williams, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He'll get that complete to Vele.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Throwing Nix.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 9.
To throw is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. Second down and 6 now.
Now it's the backup Winston. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way. But what I liked most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
So now the Broncos offense will come out here as he'll try to add on 2 more. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing again on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watson changing the play.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to Tillman. He's got room at the 30.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They run with Ford. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Nix to the air. This one swung out to Williams. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10. Here's Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman. Look at the big man rumble.
And finally wrestled down at the 11.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Nix looking to throw again.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
To throw, here's Nix.
That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
To throw is Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
To throw, Watson.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Watson to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Watson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Now it's Nix.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Nix from the shotgun.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.